Good day, my fellow Gabos. Treat for you today. We've got a bit of a replay here of a classic game here, which is going to be the first game in the 3-game semi-final qualifier into the big money of this last coming up year's World Cup. This coming up last year's indeed. As you can see here, Spartako, the legend, fielding his Orc team versus the Guinness with Razzle Dazzle Root Beer and his Lizard team, a team everyone thought was just a bag of Samsonite. Well, everyone all figured. They figured there's no way Lizards could even do any well in this playoff. Well, here he is, Final Four out of thousands and thousands of punters. All right, gentlemen, here we go. He tosses the coin. He's got the coin. He keeps the coin. Really clever boy. Right, let's take a look what he's got here.
Simply put,
Spartako, of course, stuck on the defense first here. Now, I understand here, Spartako is quite a legend in the Blood Bowl community here. He's such a legend, he's well known. And anytime he shows up at a local brothel, he has to tell the girls, bring friends. He's considered one of the top-ranked NAF players in the entire world, predominantly, of all things, Chaos Dwarves, of which this would explain why they actually got brought in very quickly. But here he was, playing another team he's actually good at, which is the Orcs. And I'll tell you, what's the difference between the Orc players and a Super Muck Trolley? Well, the Trolley's actually got a mind of its own. But not to worry, free reroll as if he needs it. There's nothing too exceptional for this round here. Razzle Root Beer's got his 3 rerolls. And now, Spartako, he's got his 4. So, basic Guinness play here. Step 1, try and figure out where the ball is. Step 2, try and get one of those bloody touchdown things. So, here he is, moving over here. Nothing too spectacular. Now, considering these are mostly all high armor value teams here, it's going to be rather hard to try and crack one open. And I tell you, down the pub, that's what the bartender's for. So, it's a wee bit of push me, push you. Pretty sub-average. Moves on in. He's hoping to at least do something. And well, he's just basically going to knock a lot on them. Flat on the ass. Nothing exciting there. Well, fine. Don't give any openings here at Spartako. This is basically a pretty routine maneuver for him. Oh, look! He's figured out where that football is. Oh, that's rather clever of him. Alright, so Spartako is figuring, right, it's going to be a classic grind down. What he's going to do is take advantage of the fact that he's got several useful players here with block, a bit of guard here and there. And his plan is very simple. He's going to try and grind the Lizards down. And then once he has an opportunity, break on in. Because he figures the big opportunity is eventually, if he ever does, get rid of the skinks.
Like a good old-fashioned fight.
Well, there goes an old piece of luggage. Sorry, Mr. Whitehouse. And he's setting back up for the basic defense. Now, the funny thing is, you got to remember at this point here, the world commentators are still acting in quite a bit of shock that a player like Guinness from the colonies is actually still in this. At this point, heavily favoured, of course, was the Europeans. So, some basic rudimentary hitting here. And they're starting to realise by this point, it's Final Four. It's game 1 of the 3-game semi-final playoff for the big money. You know, so several thousand euros, a free computer, shagging a Miss Whitehouse, you name it, it's a little bit of everything. And they've discovered at this point here, oi, what's this Canuck doing in here? Well, the problem is, as the commentators have been discovering, they're dealing with a person who's the king of teabagging. As unlike England, he's actually staying in the cup far, far longer. Well, here we go. no opportunities have really developed at this point here, so Spartako's decided, let's put a wee bit of pressure in. And he thinks, what? What happened there? Oh, it's called the Skinks actually put on his dwarf armor this week. So he's still alive. Well, that's a bit of a disappointment from Spartako's viewpoint here. So he's just going to keep trying to hit him. And sitting there, not forcing the issue.
Well assisted in a fight.
Oh, look at that lovely luggage on the ground again. I swear, it's like how my stuff gets treated at the airport. It goes flying somewhere. Well, once again, Mr. Samsonite there. He's going to take a wee bit of a nap.
This big guy.
Night, night.
Now,
Well, he's back up again. Now, at this point here, Mr. Teabagging himself here, Guinness, has decided, right, well, we can't go that way. Let's try going the other way. Because unlike England, he's actually got 2 strong wings. So, scooting over. And he looks like he's decided, well, let's see if we can actually tie him up in the center here. It's a great idea, provided Samsonite actually decides to figure out where his bloody feet are. A wee bit of push me, push you.
even Siege would struggle to untangle.
But at this point, you're starting to swear the lizards, you know, quite frankly, couldn't hit a cow's backside with anything short of a Mack truck. Oh, wee bugger's back up again. Pay attention to that one. He's going to be kind of useful later. Because he's got a little thing called sidestep and diving tackle. What's that, you say? Diving tackle's bloody useless against orcs. Wait for it, mate. Wait for it. Well, once again, Spartacus decided to put a wee bit of a press in. Just a wee bit, mind you. Because he's starting to think here, alright, time's ticking away, we're not getting anywhere, nothing's breaking. Only thing I'm breaking is the heart of my girlfriend. So let's stick it on in, shall we?
His strength.
Oh, finally Spartako actually shows a wee bit of, 1 in 36 terror. But no worry, the Samsonite is once again back on the floor and off the rotisserie. Right, here comes his press. He's hoping something might happen.
To get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
And he decides, let's shift a few things around here. I'll actually try and make this a wee bit of a heading fight. You know, at this point you're starting to realise Guinness is invested in the ruggedized luggage. Well, here we go again. Guinness is thinking, alright, clean this mess up first. Clean up, pile 5. Oh, lo and behold, we're going to go the other way again. So this is his big advantage here with having his skanks. Scotty little bastards, aren't they? So he's sneaking back over, now to the other side, yet again. Now we're keeping the view here, looking at what Spartako's got to be thinking. And Spartako has got to be thinking, did I keep the bloody kettle on? Oh look, more bloody pushing. Well, he gets the blitz off. Actually manages to knock someone down. Congratulations, Samsonite. You actually hit something. And you're actually standing. That's amazing. Standing more than my sister does on the weekend. Well, there's a quick little hit. Shove him away. He'll take that one. Now, at this point, Spartako's going to be going, are you kidding me? He's going the other way once more. Fine.
Come on, guys, together.
Now, step first, he's going to be trying to actually clear out that little bit of a mess on the flank.
He's going to sleep.
Well, what do you know? He actually figured out how to break the armor. Well, that's a bit of a swing. Sorry, from Guinness's viewpoint, that's actually something really valuable. Spartako swinging back over. Oh look, this is 136 again. He seems to like that number. Yeah, look, more hitting. Well, at this point here, you can tell what's probably going through Guinness's mind, besides the latest shot of whiskey on his table. He's here thinking, you know what, I've actually got to start getting this back down the field here. There's only one guy here. You know what, time for the skinks to show just what they're made of.
Gets pushed into the crowd. Well, the last time that happened, it took 3 days to piece the body back together.
A useful hit. And he's actually got a wee, yeah, it's definitely wee opening. So he slipped it on through. And now, quite frankly, all he really wants to do is keep the entire orc line up. Critical to him now. He'd really like to keep Mr. Samsonite actually standing to tie them all up. That's why he doesn't even risk throwing a punch. Spartako at this point here is thinking, well, I gotta get this wee bastard now, don't I? So he gets what he needs there. A wee bit of a push me, push you. At this point, Spartako, though, decides to do something, well, he doesn't trust his blitzer.
Put pressure on the ball. Can't argue with
And of course, Blodge, once again, does sweet FA. He gets the stun. Ball's free. It's time for this all-star, absolutely spectacular, agility 4 player who can do nothing wrong. Famous last words, isn't it? Well, don't worry, you'll be seeing a lot more of that too. Well, there goes another Spartako reroll. But he's got the ball pretty marked up at this point. Spartako's feeling pretty confident. Gets away with a cheeky dodge. So now Guinness is thinking here, you know what? I gotta get this bloody ball back. So he gets 2 good clean hits in at this point here. It's looking good. And now his problems start. First, it's just an inconvenient push. Now here comes his rather clever blitz, thinking something's going to go right here. It's a 1 and 9. Basically, he rolled a 1 and a 2.
The bigger they are,
He now boneholds this one up. So at this point here, Guinness has a wee bit of a poser. So why we're going to pause the play here. Because at this point, any commentator right now, from Mr. Dorsal Tones to the Mighty Sage, is going to tell you, well, there's nothing much Guinness can do here at this point here. He's just going to be rather conservative. Of course, to Guinness here, there's something far more important on the line. This is a man playing for a bottle of scotch he's been promised if he actually completely sweeps Spartako. So, with booze on the line, Guinness is going to do the only thing he can bloody do. Just go get the bloody ball and score the damn thing.
What's happening? That's a touchdown. I'm so excited, my heart nearly started.
And the crowd goes absolutely wild. Thank you, Fiesio, for actually remembering what the bloody ball was for. Now, at this point,
We can finally get this match
Spartako's got to be tilting his head going, what the hell did I just see?
Our players seem to have awoken in time for the
Basically, his team just stood there like a bunch of lemmings, as with absolutely nothing in the tank left, using no rerolls. Congratulations, someone just ran through your entire team, picked up the ball, ran through your entire team, and then just ended up scoring it.
time to think defensively.
So you got to be thinking, back there in the coaching den there, you know what? He's got to be rather tilted. So let's look at it from Guinness's viewpoint now, trying to defend this. Because this is going to be rather huge. And Spartako's Orcs here now need to force and tie this one up if they want to try and win this. So he's going to change his setup here and do a wee bit of fun. Now, fortunately, he's got this highly reliable and absolutely almost perfect player, agility 4 thrower. What could possibly go wrong with this guy? In fact, this is probably the player that's going to decide everything with his high accuracy and skill. He's basically going to give them a passing game. Right. Step 1 by the Orcs. Hit him. Hit him again. Keep on hitting him. And well, he's definitely in the luggage. You know, he's worse than an airline commercial. He's throwing your bags everywhere. Alright, so at this point here, Spartako's decided, right, set the blitzers up, go charging down the left side. Of course, he's going to try and mess up the other side too, while he has to do it. See? Easy peasy.
As it's quite fundamental to the game.
A huge difference there. Him having such high, wonderful agility. See, once again, easy pass, because once again, what could he possibly do wrong with agility 4? A huge advantage for Spartako. Because once again, he succeeds at a play he should fail at. All because of the agility. Number 4. Yeah, well, Samsonite's taking another nap. Good lord, Samsonite, you're about as useful as a VD in a brothel. So everything has generally gone right. From Sparkle's viewpoint, this should be an easy one. Now look, not what he wants.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
Fortunately for Guinness, his skanks seem to have really shown up to play today. Alright, here comes a little punter. It's going to be everyone's little favourite, the skink screen. Let's see what these little bastards can do. Now, here comes another one. You see? The problem is here, Spartako is doing what anyone should ever do. If you ever see some skinks running all over the place, with their heads buried in the sand, what you gotta do is get more sand and finish the bloody job. And it's just not happening. Well, that's pretty useful. Oh, you'll take that one. The namesake has been KO'd. Moral of the story, never name yourself after one of your players, because this gets rather ominous.
They've smacked a player to relieve his team. Well done.
Now Guinness is going to try something rather cheeky. Dodges. And gets away with it. Of course, at this point he's looking, oh, I've got 3 rerolls. Why not? It actually manages to get a player into a great position. Spartako's going, oh, you cheeky little bugger. I'll show you. I'll show you a pleasant conversation with the backside of my fist. Because we all know Spartako's really into the fisting.
Strike first, run later.
I tell you, that's more bags down on the ground than you'd ever see at the airport. Now, at this point, Spartako's here thinking, you know what, I gotta protect this ball carrier, because the way this is going,
that's a solid formation.
It's not been a pleasant day. So he decides, vaguely, I'm going to cage it up, because what could possibly go wrong? Now this is where he may make his first actual mistake of the day. Because he's left a player just sitting there doing nothing, contributing nothing to the play. You might as well not count. This is actually an advantage here for Guinness. So step 1, Guinness is now going to get rather clever with his elaborate college-educated scheme. First, he's going to mark up the entire cage here, and here comes Team Skinks. Sliding along, marking everything up, because the way they've been acting, they've been bloody invincible. Now here's the big part of his plan. And it actually does seem to work. He's in there. This is now going to pose him a bit poser. But wait, he's not done. Skink scream to the rescue. And there we go. This is now going to give him a problem. Do you really want to go this way? I don't think so, Sunshine. See now, at this point here. Oh, look! He actually broke something. Everyone's going, why would you apothecary that? Because the answer is, quite bluntly, he's going to need that bastard. This one here. Ah, that's a bit of a bad look. Fortunately, he's got plenty more where that comes from. Yeah. Have me fist. Right. Spartako has a wee bit of a problem. He needs to score, and score badly, and it's not happening. Yes, well, he's only got one plan. And suddenly, that diving tackle really cocks him up. Because look what actually happens there. Now, as everyone says, going to the tape, what happened there? Well, you gotta remember, that Orc's actually got dodge. And that's a bit of a problem considering it's diving tackle, having to move through tackle zones. And he's looking for fives, and it's not happening, Sunshine, because of diving tackle.
Which must drive the coach crazy, as his team has just kicked it away.
Well, Guinness now has it up 1-0. But you know what they say, you know, oi, Orcs, son, end zones that way. So let's see how Spartako can bugger this one up. Of course, good odds he probably can't bugger up, considering, hey, you know, he's looking pretty healthy. South things got a little tilted. At least from his view, they went tilted. So as anyone would tell you, look at the dice, how they're rolled. Came out nice and even. And besides, Spartako still has what he thinks is the superior team, including this fine lad in the back here. Childy 4 has been the miracle worker of the team, except for that one trip. He's pulled off miracles that have kept the Orcs well in this game, when they should have lost the ball. It's alright, Spartako. Let's see how he can do in that all house. Oh, it's a blitz! Of course, this is a bit of a poser. Look who it's ending up on. So Guinness decides, you know what, a bottle of scotch would look mighty good on me shelf. So he does what any proper player should actually do. Oh, hell with it, let's just go for it. Because if he actually gets this ball, it's all over but the singing. And good lords, I hate the singing.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
Well, it's a hit. But it's also a bit of a problem. See, he'd rather have a skink underneath to actually try and catch the bloody thing. But now instead, well, he's got this mess. Good chance, will it bounce out? You better believe it. But you know what? This is the championships. This is the World Cup. No guts, no galaxy. He's going to put it all in full tilt. So, big swing. Let's see what happens. Well, you could have bet on that one. Gee, guess who he gives it? The All-Star. Well, I guess you're going right, aren't you? So, pretty easy. Spartako at this point decides, well, since everybody's over here, let's go over there.
Around the ball here. It's a solid tactic.
Well, here comes the pain, boys. It definitely comes the pain.
They could follow up, of course, but they've wisely decided not to.
He's trying to shove his way up here. Oh, look. He actually gets a lucky one in. Well, there goes good Samsonite himself. Oh, very tender ice. Definitely got the first class treatment. Well, that didn't work out too well. Now, many of you saying, why doesn't he re-roll that? Well, why would he re-roll that? It's on a useless flank, and quite frankly, ball safe over here. What's going to happen to him? What it does mean, though, is quite cleverly Guinness decides, well, it's skanks in the backside. It's time for some surprise butt sex. Yep, someone forgot to tell Spartako he needs to wear his chastity belt today. Because he's really starting to feel like he's getting screwed. So here comes the big swing. He's coming back over. Guinness has decided to put a little bit more pressure on. So easy peasy, he's got to swing it over. Oh look! He's made a hole in the cage. Well done, lad. He gets a cookie. And here comes skank number 2. There's a good place for him to go. Well, of course he's got Stunty. Right next to the guy.
Especially if the ball holder goes down.
Now at this point, Spartako's got a bit of a poser. He's actually got to get rid of this little bastard. So here's the thing. He's going to use the blitz. Clear a little bugger out. Oh, where's he going?
Less pressure on the ball.
He's going to go take a nap. And from Sparkle's viewpoint here, well, you broke the armor, but he's only stunned. Well, he decides to actually move a guy in here. Yeah, try and cause some problems in the back end. So he knows all about back ends, doesn't he, Sunshine? Spartako's getting to work, trying to clean up this bit of a luggage mess down in front here. It's a wall of suitcases he's looking at here, mates. Now look. Well, that didn't work out as planned, no, did it? And now he makes it on the second try. So right now, for all Spartako's complaining, look, you should have made the second dodge. You got out, didn't you? And oh look, this bloody skink's still alive. A quick little 1D strike. Excuse me, cameraman, would you care to? Never mind. That's the only problem with flags. I swear, the person's a Scotsman. Because what you have a flag down the field to give you hope.
Around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
Well, at this point here, Guinness has kind of realised, well, he's shaking it up.
The attacker has an assist.
And he's keeping them here in the midfield. It's cost Spartako a reroll. It's a fair cop. A wee bit more move around the skanks. Let's keep things honest. How'd you like to fly? Not what he wants, but he'll take it. Remove one Black Hawk. Frankly, he'd rather have surfed the little bastard, but you know what? He's down, that's all you care about. He's gone down faster than my sister last week with the charge card. A little bit of crowd control here. And right now, Guinness is getting things back in hand. Oh, look! Useful little bastard, isn't he? Yeah, what better use of a loner? Set him right in the back end and not care. Now Spartako's got the same problem again. Do I dodge away? Of course I do. Because how could this possibly fail a second time? He's probably right.
The ball is secure. Can the other team steal it away?
Alright, so Spartako's decided, you know what? Since this has all gone a little bit backwards here, let's cage it up and rethink where the hell are we going to go with the ball this time? Well, my answer is, oi, son, end zone's that way. So, Spartako's idea is, let's clean up the left side. We're going to try going that way. Because the right side, well, it hasn't worked now, has it? Because at this point here, Spartako, you can kind of figure at this point, he's starting to complain, why is nothing bloody working? And my answer back to him is, you know what? Spartako, there's a difference between you and a baby. The baby's going to stop whining eventually. Now get in there and actually start playing Blood Bowl. Well, who thought that was going to work? Well, apparently he did. And then he wants to complain about it. Your agility too. You're not the most agile thing. So if you want to complain, hey look, Samsonite's taking a nap. So much for your idea that you've got something to complain about. Actually, you got lots to complain about there. The news is in. She didn't have her shots. So this time here, Guinness has made an interesting decision. Decide, alright, fine. I'll just swing on back and I'll force you to commit somewhere. You know? Put a finger on the ring. What's that, a ring on the finger? And we all know about Guinness. It's a Prince Albert baby. Because you got to put that little ring of power on that little orbit, don't you? Well, it's a bit of a shoving match. But pays off. Makes quite the mess. And now here we come, charging back up the front side. Come on, you little darling. There you go. And he's back again. This game is quickly becoming the skink show. Or was that the stink show? Well, Beppy's down there. Hey, son, when you get up, would you like to join the game? Well, Spartako's had about enough of this. And he's going to start throwing every block he can, as much as possible, to try and blast a hole through. Because he's thinking, it's been 4 turns in, and he hasn't even crossed the midfield line. So here we come, beginnings of a big solid push. Well, he's partly cleaned the mess up. And there you go. It's the beginning of trying to make it all. So he's marked everything up. Bring this lad around. And now what could possibly go wrong? There we go.
And down we go.
Oh, there he goes again. You know, at this point everyone would be saying it's anything but a 1. He did it again. He says, you gotta realise here, there's been several times when Spartako has been quite frankly rolling, well, 2s that should normally fail things out. He just happens to have a couple of 1s mixed in. Alright, well, it's golden opportunity time. He's down to 1 reroll. And Guinness is thinking, hey, Samsonite, would you care to play? Thank you very much. And it's time for his favourite little tactic, set up the wee little buggers in the front. So he comes crossing over.
Unity is strength.
Let's knock this one over. Get him out of the way. Skate can play with him for a while. Let's bring everyone else over. As I tell you, you gotta look at what these skinks are doing, and you gotta be wondering how good their backs are. Because let's face it, the skinks are carrying the whole bloody team. Well, there's a definite reroll, but Guinness, he's got a few to spare. There's a good palatable hit, and oh look, threatening the ball carrier. Just what I always wanted. But you know what this calls for? Bit of skink love. Let's show him some tongue, baby. Yeah, once again, here he is. Everyone's favourite and mine, Mr. Sidestep Diving Tackle. I tell you, this guy has been more irritating to Spartako than his last case of VD. So here we go, Spartako's got to do the one thing he's got to do. Get rid of this cheeky little bastard. This doesn't work out so well. And here's the unfortunate thing. Very quickly, there's the 1 in 6 roll of a skull. Has to burn the last reroll. At this point, Spartako's now got an interesting problem. You see, at this point here, let's face it, he's like my sister. You got to have a full credit card and a wallet full of cash to get in. But right now, let's face it, he's broke. From Guinness's viewpoint, he's done his job. Nothing left in the tank. For Spartako, it's now going to all be straight dice rolls. What could possibly go wrong? Well, there you go then, lad. Famous words have never been said. What could possibly go wrong? Well, there you go. 1. Because when it comes down to it, a 1-6 roll is always a 1 in 6 roll. And now it's time for Guinness here to say, oi! That's me bottle of scotch you're there carrying. I want it. I'll hit it. Oh, you'll hit that alright. Those magnificent little lads are doing their job. And now, quite frankly, he wants a ball. Does that work out for him? Well, it's a bit of alright.
Fans are ravenous, and so am I. Just one more step.
Bit of pushing around. And Spartako now has his worst nightmare coming through. And now he hasn't walked on in his mum. His Guinness is on quite the rampage now at this point here. Moving a few people in position here. Give a wee bit of cover for the dear little love. Here he comes. Well, that was pretty easy. And he decides, you know what, I can actually score this thing. And now here comes Guinness's wee bit of a problem. You know what? I haven't given the game back to Spartako.
We may see that player later.
Yeah, here's how you do it, Spartako. Well, that worked out better than we thought. Well done, Guinness. Well done. Nice to see you're charitable to Europeans. Right. Well, I tell you, the way he's been playing, the ball would be crying if it had eyes. Now this is about to become critical. You've got nothing in the tank. You're all charged out. So now everything you do has got to be flawless.
I call that a tie.
At this point, how flawless can you be?
They're attacking the ball carrier, Bob.
Well, apparently pretty darn good.
Watching the same match as you.
Hey!
That's how every match should end.
Well, this is now a bit of a poser. He's finally learned how to hit the damn skanks. But is it too little too late? Because let's face it, ball's down here. You know, you could almost predict that was going to happen. What could possibly go wrong with that player? Well, just about anything. You've got nothing in the tank. And now here comes the wall of luggage. He wants his ball back. A few quick little classic hits. And he's freed things up. Time to take care of this wee lineman. Well, I'll take care of that little problem.
I reckon that's what he'd say if he could talk.
And now, well, he decides, you know what, I got the rerolls. Can he? No, of course not. But it's a perfect bounce, so no complaints. If you wanted grief, I can tell you, you can go home to the wife. Alright, quick push over here. No problems. Once again, Spartako now has a real panic problem. He actually has to get a player in a position to even tie the game up now. Not where he expected to be at this point. So first he has to try and clear some kind of pathway. Which he's got. As the big hit. And he's got kind of what he wants.
I wasn't expecting that. And by the looks of things, neither were
But now here's the big problem. Yeah, now there's a one in there somewhere.
stunned, doesn't he?
Alright. Now Guinness is thinking that bottle of scotch is almost as good as his. But you know what? It ain't over till the fat Aveling dies. So he's going to put a couple of short hits in, just to make sure there's no some clever ideas. Well, there goes his last reroll. But he's trying to make sure there's going to be more orcs on the ground than at the last Battle of Elm's Deep. Oh, there you go.
Just 'cause the final whistle-
Finally, Samsonite has realised what his fist is for. As all that chafing was starting to...
Not enough tackle zones on
It's an
that
easy
ball.
pickup.
And now the opposing
There he goes.
the price.
Off the sideline for a drink. And there he's gone. Oh, now the Skinks actually figured out how to move. A little bit of a fighting escort. Who's your dad? And what? They're both going to have a little bit of a beer break. What, Spartako? What you got left? At least he's going to go out fighting. He's not just going to clip this one up. He's going to try. Well, so much for the try. And look, it's his favourite number. 1. Everyone always told him he was number 1. Unfortunately, his dice seem to think he's number 1 too. At this point here, Guinness is thinking he's already won this. Does he actually want to get in? And he's thinking, let's try and get in one little surgical hit. Well, that solves him the problem.
I think he's moving.
For the second time, a bonehead saves Guinness a nightmare. Off he goes for the score. And there you go. He can actually taste that scotch as we speak. As right now, I swear those shots at the kill have got to be choking him bad.
This looks like the end. They can't
So that was it.
such a
Game 1.
An incredible
The surprise
I thought
upset.
my heart would almost beat
2 to
on more than
1.
occasion.
For the hero from the colonies, Guinness. As you can see here, as expected, hardly any breaks. Basic statistics actually showed you how the hits were working. Basically almost even here. And the SBP, well, who really cares about that? Other than that now, Razzle Dazzle's got to deal with, hey, everyone's actually learning how to play this damn game. So once again, what could possibly go wrong? And we'll join you again for Game 2 to show you how Spartako found a way to try and reply to this up-and-coming little spiting bastard from the colonies. Take care and bless.